Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. E3 is still a good half year away, but that's not stopping EA from already bowing out of the conference again, just like they did last year. Electronic Arts has announced that they'll be hosting their own EA Play event to run just ahead of the industry's biggest trade show for North America. EA Play 2017 will run from June 10th to June 12th, while E3 takes place immediately after June 13th through 15th. Last year, EA used the event to showcase a lot of Titanfall and Battlefield 1, while only giving the slightest teases for games happening beyond the end of 2016. We saw some behind the scenes from this year's Mass Effect Andromeda, for instance, and only a tiny clip of Visceral's upcoming Star Wars game. This year, we can probably expect them to focus mostly on 2017's Battlefront 2, but who knows, maybe we'll get to see some Dragon Age or even some more Visceral's work. Who am I kidding? We're not going to see Dragon Age. That would be great, but they're not going to talk about that until way after Mass Effect Andromeda. But maybe Visceral Star Wars game, please. That alone would make us happy. Oh, and there will be a lot of sports. Count on it. Oculus Rift's Palmer Luckey has been out of the public spotlight for a couple months, and now he has also taken the stand during the company's trial with ZeniMax. Polygon reports that things got heated between Luckey and ZeniMax's attorney, with the two arguing and talking over one another over various technicalities, like when the season of Fall technically starts. At one point, the judge actually had to calm them both down. They should just be televising this. I'll bet the ratings would be off the charts. Since part of ZeniMax's case relies upon proving that Luckey had no idea what he was doing with VR, which required ZeniMax's John Carmack to do most of the legwork, they spent most of their time questioning him about his qualifications, even needling him about dropping out of college. They also presented emails that they feel demonstrate that Luckey skirted his legally binding NDA. We'll see where the trial goes from here, but so far it seems like things have been, well, a little bit testy between Oculus and ZeniMax, and this trial is scheduled to continue for a few more weeks. Nintendo continued their recent barrage of news yesterday with a new direct focused entirely on the Fire Emblem series. Fans of Fire Emblem, Kdin in particular, certainly got an awful lot of cool new details about upcoming franchise titles, which include the mobile game Fire Emblem Heroes, Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia for the 3DS, and Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch. Heroes, the free-to-play mobile game, will launch on February 2nd for iOS and Android, so wow, that was an announcement right close to release. I'm super excited about it. Shadows of Valentia for 3DS is basically a reimagining of Fire Emblem Kdin and will feature some new additions like free roaming and dungeons. Meanwhile, Fire Emblem Warriors for the Switch plays out like Dynasty Warriors, or you may be familiar with Hyrule Warriors, which was their most recent release, only with characters from the Fire Emblem series instead. Nintendo also announced that Switch will be getting a new core Fire Emblem experience in 2018 on the 10-year anniversary of Radiant Dawn, their last core console title, so that's pretty awesome. After a couple months of speculation, we've finally got confirmation that Resident Evil 7 is the first major third-party Xbox Play Anywhere title. Xbox boss Phil Spencer sent out the word yesterday, tweeting, "Resident Evil 7 Biohazard confirmed for Xbox Play Anywhere. Buy once, play on both Xbox One and Windows 10 PC." That's pretty big get for Microsoft, who up until now have only featured first-party titles like Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon 3 with the program. It also gives some gamers a little bit more to chew on when it comes to settling on a platform. While Microsoft will support Play Anywhere, PS4 Pro or PSVR owners will have access to higher resolution, visual improvements, or playing the entire game in VR. Meanwhile, PC gamers are simply hoping the game works at launch, but you're gonna get some cool sliders. Fans speculated that Blizzard would be updating Overwatch with a seasonal event in February, but no one expected the event they announced for next week. The company has just revealed that Overwatch players will get to celebrate Chinese New Year by slaughtering each other online. Honestly, that it does seem a little bit more fitting than everyone thought they were going to do a Valentine's event. They're not doing a Valentine's event, but sure, let's kill each other for New Year's. It's my resolution anyway. Blizzard has revealed new skins for Mei and D.Va as part of the Year of the Rooster party. Also, D.Va's mech. And fans are expecting at least one more. In terms of the scope of the overall celebration, Blizzard has indicated it'll be more along the lines of Halloween Terror and Winter Wonderland, so there'll probably be a lot more cosmetic goodies, lines, maybe even a new game mode if we're good boys and girls. Sounds pretty cool. Hopefully it's all Rooster themed. We like Rooster themes. Looks like Fox is getting into gaming. The media giant has formed a new division called Fox Next to work on video games, virtual reality, and augmented reality games, as well as theme parks, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Because yes, video games and theme parks are very similar disciplines. It'll also combine Fox's previous gaming attempts like Alien Isolation and The Simpsons Tapped Out into one new unit, officials said. We don't know much more beyond that just yet, but given Fox's resources, this could represent the entrance of a major new player in game development. The newest trailer for Logan is out, showing off Hugh Jackman's swan song as the iconic Wolverine. The trailer shows him trying to protect the young mutant X-23, who is basically the female version of Wolverine in a dusty, dystopian future where mutants have all but been wiped out. The movie is based on Mark Millar's Old Man Logan comic book arc, and it also stars Patrick Stewart in what could also be his last run as Professor X. Logan hits theaters on March 3rd, and like we said, probably Jackman's last run as Wolverine, unless Ryan Reynolds can talk him into a Deadpool team-up. Maybe he just needs to, flex at him a little bit. That's a language that Hugh Jackman would understand, right? The new Power Rangers movie trailer is here and finally shows the Rangers in their full costumes. We also get a sneak peek at the evil Rita Repulsa, played by Elizabeth Banks, who's wonderful in everything she does. Their mentor, Zordon, who's played by Bryan Cranston, along with Goldar and others. The movie opens March 24th and could spawn a bunch of sequels, if it's successful. This one is definitely a much more serious take on the franchise compared to the 90s TV show, which was honestly really campy, but that's what we loved about it. It's kind of a homecoming for Cranston as well, who was a voice actor in the original series. That's why there's a character named after him. Hopefully, the movie doesn't end with the Power Rangers morphing up a sweet batch of meth, but you never know when Cranston's involved. Now, be honest, haven't you always wanted to shoot fireballs from your hands? I mean, short of being an actual X-Men and having mutant powers, your next best bet might be something called the Pyro Mini Fire Shooter, because you can truly get anything now on the internet. It's sold by a magic company called Illusionist for $149 and uses special flash paper to launch quasi-fireballs from your hands. So if you've been searching for the perfect gift for the budding arsonist in your family, or circle of friends and so on, who you will distance yourself from after that big fire, your prayers have been answered. Come on, who doesn't want to throw fireballs? I'll throw fireballs all day. Really? If it only costs $150 to become an X-Men, I'm in. Alright, so that's all the news we have for you guys today. What do you think of it? All down in the comments. Let us know. I did those words in the wrong order, but that's okay. And if you want to get more news from every corner of the internet, make sure you like this video and subscribe to The Know. You can keep my words in order for me because I can't words. Alright, that's all the news we have for you guys today. Let us know what you think of it all down in the comments. Never mind, there are more newses to do. Sorry. Okay.